Interesting.
But you go over these dunes here, which are super interesting. Look at that. You go very steep. You need to have good hiking skills and not afraid of heights going up this area here.
Don't do this unless you're a serious climber. Since I have to go up here, might as well look at the cactus there. That way it looks like, oh, there it is right there. That's the peak. Interesting. Spikes though, look at that. These buddies don't mess around. Gotta pull out the compass though. Gotta make sure I know we're going in the right direction. Good morning. Here we are. Got some Christmas lights or holiday lights coming up. It is definitely a full moon, or probably tomorrow night. Okay, here we go. Getting ready for Mount Pinto. My old handy dandy backpack. It is okay, dark 30. There he is. He or she. Pinto. Oh wow, this came out nicely now.
Hello world, hello future self. We are on another hike, another adventure into California, Southern California, Joshua Tree National Park, east of Los Angeles, just north of San Diego and the Salton Sea. We are going down into one of the most grueling hikes I've done in a while, and Yosemite's got some nice ones, but this one here was probably the most grueling. This is Pinto Mountain. I'm going to show you here though, it was a total of 11 miles, 11.3 actually. It is challenging. This is an off trail. It is not maintained. You need to have excellent navigational skills, as well as you must be fit, agile for rock climbing, and not afraid of heights. Let me see here. Okay, let's see. Am I looking north? Yes, we are looking north, and you can see some of the interstates if you're familiar. 40, 15 goes into Vegas. Okay, we are coming through the Pinto Basin. This whole area is a giant basin that indigenous individuals used to live. I'll have some more information on that during the discussion. Parking area, excellent parking, easy parking. Well, the coordinates are off just a bit. And you walk, I started very early. You walk across the basin here. And you end up coming up through the wash here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this way so we can see how we go. And it is long. This is the alluvial plain area. And it is a gradual climb once you get up into the plain area here off the basin. And then you basically follow the the washes that come down from Pinto Mountain. There are some alternative ways to get up there. One of them is right here on the bottom, in the middle here. You go up this side here and you end up at the top and across it. But as you see, I chose the wash all the way to the base of Pinto Mountain. You keep following the wash all the way up, and then here, this last part is very very steep. You need to have good hiking skills and not afraid of heights going up this area here. You end up at the top, as you can see here, and I forgot the elevation. And you can sign the book up there. It is super challenging. Again, be fit, agile, and good navigation skills. If you're a fan of All Trails, make sure you have the All Trails app and turned on. They have a good navigation for you so that you don't really get lost. But it's always good to know because the All Trails on the way down takes you through this ravine here, through the wash. They want you to go that way. It's just a little bit safer. This across the tops of the mountains here is a little bit more treacherous and a little more dangerous. You do have to have excellent skills here to do that part. Lots of rocks, lots of jagged rocks, especially as you get closer to the bottom of the ridge here. As you come down here, it is very tricky. If you start this direction and go up from the bottom up to the peak, that would probably be challenging. I'm glad I chose the southerly direction to go up to the peak. This here is challenging going down. I can only imagine going up. All right, and as you walk back to your car, you end up coming back into the basin, but you go over these dunes here, which are super interesting. Look at that. You go up to the top there, and it's super I think it's an interesting sand dune here, and you get to climb it basically on the way back. So I think their routes are nice because you get to witness the dunes. All right, there's the hike. Challenging, super challenging, I think. Have good skills, be fit, be an agile person. Not made for the amateur at all. Again, I'll stress that it's not made for the amateur. Don't get caught way up there. Okay, have a great hike. Enjoy the hike, that is.
Okay, not gonna joke, it's very early, now about an hour before sunrise. A little intimidated. She's a monster. Or he's a monster. It's gonna be an interesting hike. Gotta pull out the compass though. Gotta make sure I know I'm going in the right direction. It is so quiet out here. My tinnitus is going hard. It is just still and quiet. Except for a airliner, probably 30,000 feet up. Got a little bit of light from the moon as well. The sun comes up pretty quick. A lot of nice light. Mount Pinto Mountain. Gonna read up about heading out to that direction right there. Oh, this way to the left there, you'll see. And it goes up and around. Really no trail markers anywhere. You just kind of go in that direction, basically. Okay, 1 mile in. Looks like there's a little ridge here that I have to go up. Maybe I'll get some better sunrise views in about 10 minutes of sunrise. don't see the parking anymore. Well, maybe I do. It's way out there. 1 minute, 1 mile in. Okay, getting close to sunrise. Let's see. Yeah, about 5-6 minutes. Anyway, I see these holes here, and these are, you know, either rabbits or mouse or, you know, some type of reptile, perhaps. But when I walk and I'm stepping, I do feel sometimes that I step down a little more, you know, sinking in an inch or so, and I feel like maybe that was probably one of their tunnels that I just collapsed. So they got their work cut out for them. Okay, as soon as the sun starts popping up, I'll start snapping some pictures. So I spotted some hoof prints here, probably deer. Probably here running along here pretty fast, perhaps. Continue on that way, the direction I'm going. I'll go ahead and get this view here. The sun is about to come up right there. Okay, hello sun. Right up over that. Let's see. Sunrise, yeah, about 1.8 miles. Working my way straight in the middle there. Start taking off my layers, I guess. Sunrise. Pinto Plain. Or it's called I forgot the name. 2 miles. 2 mile mark. Sunrise up already. It's just been flat. It looks like now I'm starting to go over a bunch of washes that go from east to west, so to speak. It's like a little undulating up and down, up and down. Okay, so slowly working my way up the rampart here. There's another word for it, rampart. Okay, mile 3. You can see I'm starting to come up. Mile 3. Getting ready to make a turn up here. Probably about a half mile or so. Okay, so we turned the corner. Basically, I think we're gonna follow this wash a little ways up there. Oh, neat cactus up there. I need to go take a picture of those. Follow straight up there, and Pinto's right there, straight ahead. I love this rock. Metamorphic, maybe. All kinds of different. We're close to the top of the wash originates. I just like the way these different colors look. Look at that. Okay, 4 mile mark. I believe these are called ocotillos. These are massive. Look at these guys. They're just huge. Right on the edge there. Hopefully a future wash doesn't take them out. 4 mile mark. Let's see, I'm gonna get up there. These things are huge. Much bigger than the ones that were on this side of the road. I wonder if they have blossoms. Interesting. Spikes though, look at that. These buddies don't mess around. Looks like I may lose the valley, so, or this little view here coming up through this wash. Working my way up. And then I think I'm turning left up here and then up. These cactus just kind of pop up. Oh, red guys. Red cactus. Gonna have to figure out what those are. Okay, mile 5. See the hill of cactus there. Getting ready to make the turn up the hill. Up, mile 5, turning up the hill, going that way. It looks like, oh, there it is right there. That's the peak. No birds, just amazing view. Look at that. Okay, well, that's the last hurdle there. Made it out of the wash area. Since I have to go up here, might as well look at the cactus there. Super sharp. Yep. Don't do this unless you're a serious climber. You really know what you're doing here. I'm not saying I do, but ignorance is bliss, apparently. Well, it's pretty windy up here. Hopefully you'll hear a little bit of this. Well, I would say I made it to the top, but it's just that little peak right there. I'll head over there in a second, but just coming up to this side is an accomplishment. I am completely, not too exhausted. My legs held up, but it was a crawl, scramble crawl, all the way the last quarter mile, maybe to half. Crazy. I'm just working my way up to the peak here, but I love these cactus. Look at this up here. Gotta find out the name of these guys. They're everywhere up here. So cool. Try not to step on them. Okay, peak's right up there. Okay, here I am. Pinto Peak, Pinto Mountain, looking west right here. Looks like a wind block here. Somebody made. Looking north. East. Or south, I guess, southeast. And then west. Desert to below. Joshua Tree National Park. Amazing view. cool cactus. So I'm working my way down. Yes, not for the faint of heart. Definitely gotta be a good climber here. I think this is a neat spot here. It's got some cactus, and then it's got a chinchilla. I'll put it on the screen. That's cool looking, look at that. I love that thing. Okay, 10 more seconds to go up where I came from, by the way. Crossed all there, all the way across here to this point. 7. I think this is a outcropping of basalt. Really want to study the geology on this area here. It's mile 7. See, and it goes like right here. Look at this. I think I'm gonna go right by it. Actually, it's like a vein. You can see it right there, going through the mountain, hill mountain there. Side of the hill. There we go. Thought this was maybe basalt, but I think it's just an iron. It's just an iron-rich vein that cuts across the top here. Cool. We're gonna go across those dark mountains there. The one's here though. Goes right across the top of them. Cool.
Hello world, hello future self. We are in Joshua Tree National Park, California. We're going to discuss the Pinto Basin and Pinto Mountain hike, as well as the sand dunes and the Pinto culture. Ancient culture, that is. All right. Again, I'm going to preface this by saying this hike is not for amateurs. It's not for the curious. It's not for, let's just see if I can do it. It is very dangerous. It is very long. You must be fit, agile, and have good navigation skills. There are technically no signage anywhere other than natural rocks and maybe small cairns to guide you. It is highly advisable to use All Trails app. It has a good digital map that you can follow, and there is service just for that app. It looks like, unless you're at the very top peak, and all of a sudden you get a signal. Bizarre. All right, Pinto Basin Road. If you know the Choya Cactus Garden, it's right after that, before the southern gate. So it is a large basin. Apparently there were ancient, and it has ancient Native American culture before all the current indigenous people, some 4,000 to 8,000 years ago, or 8,000 to 4,000, I guess, because it's BC stuff. There are sand dunes there that you'll hike over. You can hike to these sand dunes if you don't want to go to the peak. Of course, it's about 2.5 miles out and back to the sand dunes. Sand dunes are interesting. I have some pictures of it in a second. Okay, remember, if you're going to do this in the summertime, take lots of water and have plenty of cover. Here are the sand dunes. Yeah, also, they call them, I didn't realize this, also known as turkey flats. Remember, this information is sourced from the information on the right here. are unique geological features in the low elevation Colorado Desert section of Joshua Tree National Park. They call that part the Colorado Desert. The sand accumulated from the erosion of the faulting of the nearby Pinto Mountains over centuries. Yeah, because it's very fine. Well, sand, of course, and the up top you have a lot of coarse granite, and coarse stones. A lot of wildlife, or evidence of wildlife as I walked out there. I didn't see too much wildlife other than humans. Here are pictures of the sand dunes, Pinto Mountains hike. The sand dunes are interesting. Here, right here, this was probably one of the better ones because as you could hike up this little area there, or portions of that. Yep, this one also has good ripples, of course, and natural sand. I hope this this brief doesn't get too long. I'll try to be concise. All right, so we were in the basin. We went to the went up to the sand dunes. We're walking across Turkey Flats up towards the Pinto Mountain. In this area, the Pinto culture, because I asked if it was they were actually Native Americans, but it's a culture because it's a prehistoric group of hunter-gatherers. 8,000 to 4,000 years ago. That's crazy, huh? And they are the descendants of the current present-day indigenous Native Americans, which are these right here. Chuhuia, Mojave, Chimahuvi, and Serrano. All right. Those are the modern tribes. All right, here we go. We're moving up. We're moving from the basin area into the mountain. The mountain is 3,960 and 83 feet, 1214 meters. This highlighted area, a rugged, remote peak located in the north central. It is rugged. It is remote, as I mentioned. Very difficult hike to get up there. You must be fit, agile, and not afraid of heights for sure. The word pinto means painted, or having an irregular color. Starts down at Turkey Flats, goes across the basin. It's considered a strenuous off-trail. Class 1, 2 hiking, some Class 3 scrambling. Yes, depending on the route chosen. I thought I chose the more somewhat easier route, but it proved me wrong. It's just as difficult. You can see it on all trails if you want to check it out. Okay, how did the Pinto cultures view the mountain? Well, it was unknown because there's not too much evidence about their culture existing. 8,000 to 4,000 years ago. No written records. It's prehistoric mobile hunter-gatherers. Archaeological focus. Most archaeological studies focus on how they adapted their hunting and gathering lifestyle to a changing, drying environment. I guess you can dive deeper into that. I asked if there was any images or replicas of a Pinto culture, and it says no because they were nomadic hunters. Let's see, Pinto Point. Yeah, because the Pinto Point is, I guess, I'm going to go back up real quick. Okay, here we go. Other archaeological evidence of their presence consists almost entirely of scattered stone tools and weapons. The Pinto Points, okay? And there's some temporary camping sites, not structures. No structures remained. And these are the Pinto Points, which I think is interesting. Pinto Point. I guess I didn't know about that. All right, let me see. I think that's it for my questions. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments. So again, Pinto Mountain, strenuous, rugged. Make sure you're agile, you're fit, and you're not afraid of heights. But the glorious view, insane 360 views at the top are just insane. You'll love it if you can manage the hike. Enjoy the rest of the hike.
Okay, mile 8, working my way down. Mile 8. This is called Rocky Passage. It's interesting. Yep, from up there. Find out what this means, Rocky Passage. Yep. Almost down. Take it forever, feels like. The car is that way. 10 miles. There he is right there. Straight ahead. That monster. It's going to be about 11 and a half today. Alluvial plain is the word I was looking for over here. That's where we took off. There's those cinders that I thought were cinders right over there. Amazing. Okay, on top of the sand dune. Trail takes us right up here. Really cool. Look at this. Super windy. This is cool. Quite an accomplishment. And we went up over here on the right, the left over here. Those two little, I think they're small cinder cones. I was just in Hawaii, so I'm visualizing here. And then we came down directly here, where you see the lighter, came across to the lighter part. Across and down, across and then go right there. So I've been wondering, these smaller holes, bigger holes, I think they're tortoise. I think they're Mojave Desert tortoise, or because this guy is huge. This hole here, afraid someone's gonna come looking at me. All right, that was fun. Okay, split 11 miles, about half mile from the car. In that direction. Cool. 11. In the desert. High desert.